everybody, and welcome back once again. Another edition of Inside the Headset. Here we are, Week 5, Game 5. I got on the phone with me, the head coach of the William Blount Governors, head coach Philip Shadowens. Coach, how you doing?
Doing great. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. Friday night, came away with a big win against crosstown rival. Talk a little bit about the game.
Well, obviously, Friday night across the state, I think there was bad weather, and so we had a big delay at halftime, but scored 14-14 at half. And didn't think we played exceptionally well on defense in the first half. Struggled on at the time, but made a couple of mistakes, but made some good adjustments. I thought our kids really handled the break, the 35-40-minute delay we had there at halftime. I thought they handled it well, made some adjustments in the locker room, and came out, and I thought played really tough. Much better fundamental football and kind of more to our expectations.
So you're saying before that period, before that rain delay, how was the game going prior to that?
It was 14-14.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. But was the tenacity the same, or did you feel like you came back out on fire with a little bit more gusto than the other team?
I thought we came out really focused on what we needed to do. I mean, we won. I thought our kids felt a lot of pressure in the first half. We had won that probably 18 times in a row.
Right.
I hadn't been there, but so I think when you've won that many times in a row, the kids certainly don't want to be a part of ever losing that. So I thought our kids played with some pressure on them in the first half and didn't execute the way we expected. But then I thought we came back in the second half and we relaxed and just played the game of football the way it was supposed to be played. And so I was certainly proud of them.
Great. What's been going on since then? You got another opponent up ahead, and that opponent's 2-2, just like you.
Well, Knoxville Beard, and I think it's a big game for both teams. Both teams are 0-1 here in the district, and so it's a big game for both of us. Just finishing the practice in the night, we've just completed 3 days. Probably the best 3 days of practice we've had since I've been here. Really good place with our kids. Just been really focused this week at practice, and I'm a believer. Certainly that's to play like you practice, and so I feel like we're in a position to get our best game of the year Friday night, and certainly it's going to take that to beat a pretty talented Knoxville Beard team.
Well, so you're telling me as you start to grow toward the mid-season mark, as other coaches have said, long about game 5 or 6, you're about as good as you're going to get, but you're starting to gel and starting to get, and the Governors are starting to gel a little bit.
Well, I mean, I certainly think we're starting to practice better, and I think that leads to playing better on Friday night, certainly. And I said from day one, I thought we'd be a better team at the end of the year than we are at the beginning because it's a new system on both sides of the ball for our kids. And I think for us, it's going to be an ongoing improvement throughout the year. Certainly that's our expectations. But based on how we practice this week, we feel like we've taken a step forward for sure.
Anything you want to say about Bearden as far as the players that they're going to be, the players you're going to be going against and stuff?
Well, I mean, I think they're a talented bunch. You got a quarterback that's a really talented kid, and certainly quite a few skilled players and athletes on the team. And it's going to take a effort. I mean, it's not a game that's going to be be an easy game for us. I mean, it's going to take our very best effort to beat them, and I know they're in a desperate situation as well. Both of us want to get to 1-1 in our district. You're playing for playoff seeds and all those kind of things, and it should be an exciting football game. Certainly, we expect it to be that way. We expect it to be a very physical game, and we look forward to the opportunity to play.
Was there a good crowd there from William Blount Friday night?
Yeah, it was a big crowd, and then of course with the long delay and all the thunder and light and all those things that took place there at halftime, some went home, but our student body stayed strong throughout the end of the game, and were loud, and certainly it was a fun time for our kids to be a part of that.
All right. Well, 7:30, is that over at Knoxville Bearden?
Yeah, at Knoxville Bearden, 7:30.
All right. We'll join up and follow the Governors and Coach Philip Shadowens as he goes over to Knoxville Bearden for a real good game. Y'all be there.